Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Nam. Both very, very humbling talks for me, to be honest. I'm still processing some of the things. I was rereading the email that asked me to be here and to participate in this role tonight. So I just wanted to go back a little bit of history. They've mentioned it, but I am a graduate of the University of West Florida. I was a graduate of the cooperative education program, which I really believe had a big impact on my career. I was home on Christmas break in, I think, 1974 maybe? Yeah, 74. And I'd started the paperwork before I went on break. While I was on break, the co-op office called me at home and said, "We have a job for you January 1st in Omaha, Nebraska. Get your paperwork in." I was totally caught off guard. And I went off to Nebraska for 3 months, and then I went back again in the fall for 6 months. I worked for one of the big 8 CPA firms. There were still 8 at that point in history. And I learned a lot there. And the reason I brought that up was the co-op program, similar to the executive mentor program, gave me an opportunity. It wasn't like I had a real job yet. I was still a college student. I had just barely, I'd had 1 term as a junior, and off I was to Omaha. So I felt I had some comfort on the downside. I'm a finance accounting guy. I was not so concerned about the downside. Well, the upside was an amazing thing to work in a public accounting office, to do the work that I would end up doing for another 7 or 8 years, because when I graduated, actually, when I left my last day there in March of 1976, I had a job offer. And I had 3/4 of my senior year to go through, and I already had a job. The other thing about that point in time is I had lost both parents within 6 months in that time frame. So it was a very difficult senior year. I was comforted by having a job offer. But the people that I met on that job, they mentored me, they helped me. I learned a lot about my future career and the job duties. It was invaluable. So to me, that program was the first demonstration of how other people can help people in their careers. And so when Sherry came to me and said, "Would you like to be in the mentor program?" I said, "Absolutely." I was here the day of the groundbreaking for this building. Dorian was the student who spoke at the groundbreaking. Dorian was my first mentee. So it's all come together in a very amazing way. Meeting with the students, I had relationships with the faculty over the years since I moved back here. This is a great program for the school. In my role as startup coach and entrepreneur, I work with people who have ideas, have passion, have vision, but sometimes they don't have everything they need to put together a business. And so my job is not to dictate or browbeat, that's a great word. It's more or less to guide them along a path of discovery, because life has enough browbeating available, plus some. The question is, how do you respond to the life events that occur? Do you take them in a way that knocks you down and keeps you down? I used to have a quote on my refrigerator door, Mary Pickford, and I know that name doesn't click with a lot of people, but she was a silent film star from Canada. And the quote was this thing called success, it's not about failure, it's when you get knocked down, do you get back up? And so success is just getting back up. Failure is a requirement. It is a prerequisite to success. And so when the entrepreneurs have been beaten down and they find somebody who's been there, and I've started and sold a few companies, I can share experiences, and that's what I've done with the mentees, to say, look, here are my experiences. Some of the stories were colorful.
Yeah, they were.
And I'm grateful that they didn't go through all of those. But the point is, we all learn best, I think, by hearing real experience from others. So thank you for this opportunity to be a part of the program, Sherry. Thank you, Dr. Rinelli and Dr. O'Keefe, Dr. Miller. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.